What's good, y'all?
We in the building.
Happy
Live.
Monday.
It's Happy Monday. It's between 7 and 8.
And y'all already
That means
know.
it's the Making Mogul Hour.
Ooh, where you either win with us
or you
or
watch us win.
win, baby.
That's your only. That's all you got. That's all you got. That's the only thing you got to do. And so we are here Monday. If it's your first time tuning in, my name is Vijano, the one and only Sir Vijano Alexander, aka King Cosmic, and I'm here with the amazing, the goddess herself,
The GOAT.
I got Empress, my co-host, in the building with us.
What's good? What's good? What's good? I thought we was talking about the GOAT next thing. It's just so much magic flowing. It's your girl Empress, where the energy is tasted and the love is felt. And y'all already know it's Making Mogul Monday, where we bring out the best of the best, like the almighty Osegas, like the giants. And we got something special for y'all today.
Because today, you know, for y'all that don't know, I got a lot of roots in the music industry. You know, a lot of roots. I did a lot of shows, did a lot of resources. We connected and networked heavy. Just because y'all see me on the Making Mogul side, understand it's different lanes, right? And in my time in building myself up, I've had the pleasure to work with on multiple occasions and create multiple endeavors and watch this person develop their, I can't even put it into words how you describe the mogul that is V. Henny that is sitting next to me today. So I hope y'all tuned in, especially for y'all artists, because the way how we about to drop these gems on for y'all, it's going to be something serious. It's going to be something serious.
Uh-huh.
Yo, I want to say thank you.
Well, thank you.
That thing, right? Like,
Thank
what's
you. I want to say, yo, shout out, before anything, man, shout out to you, both of you guys. Shout out to Donna as well. You guys have
Facts.
an amazing platform. I'm honored to be here. You know, once you hit me up, I was like, of course, because we got history. You
got
understand?
history,
So it's like
man.
it makes the end sense. So I appreciate the fact of even providing this platform, and you know, I'm looking forward to this conversation that we're having. And yo, you know, y'all already know, man, it's your girl V Henny. Y'all already know, you dig?
And you dig, bro. And if you don't know, now you're
Now
going to
you
learn.
know.
So we like to kick off every show with the small wins because, you know, we're going to talk about all the things we did, the accolades, how we got here and all the things. But we like to celebrate the small wins that get us in between the in-betweens, right? So we're going to start off. Empress, you got your small win? You thought about it yet?
Nah, you go.
Okay, so my small win is the habits that I'm building
Okay.
to get where I need to go.
Right.
All right. And for me, this week is this resilience, right? Because
Powerful.
in this life, especially when you a boss, a mogul, a person that got to make decisions, a person that's got to be responsible for certain things to happen, right? Because everybody I want to be a CEO and don't understand what weight comes with that title,
That's
right?
a fact.
And the resilience to know that no matter how great your plan may go, no matter how much you're working, you're gonna get into some shit.
Right.
Some shit gonna go wrong. Okay.
It happens.
All the time. There's unexpected everything. Incidents, expenses, incidentals, like things happen. But life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you respond.
Whew.
Right.
Gem.
And life has been reminding me that I need this resilience at this level because where I want to go, I'm going to need 100 times more resilience, 1,000 times more resilience. And so my small win is knowing that I'm in the right place and learning those lessons and connecting to those lessons now and knowing that I'm going to be okay no matter what happens because where I go is if I'm scared now or I feel a type of way in this pond, I'm not going to survive the ocean that I want to dive in.
Right.
And so that's my small win.
That's actually a dope small win.
That's a gem. That's a whole. I'm about to put that in a rap. That's a,
Yeah, not definitely.
oh shit. You know what? All right.
You gotta match that. You gotta match that.
I didn't mean to set the table like
No,
that.
he
I
set the
just-
table.
Set the whole tone.
Right,
Like,
I was like, damn, now I gotta
Right.
think of a small win.
right.
I didn't even mean it like that. I just,
No, it's
And
super
nah,
dope.
but that's so imperative. Like my small win is consistency. I've been in the gym working out like consistently, like grinding, going, and just like feeling. I've been motivated. Like it's so crazy. Like some days, like I just put one headphone in, and they be like, "Oh, why you don't got?" I be like, "Nah," cause like I like to motivate people. So like when I'm in the gym, like and somebody having a hard time, like even though I'm just starting out, it don't matter. They thinking I'm doing this for years. I just started back in the gym, but like people be like ready to quit and stop. Like and today it was this older lady, like she was in there trying to get it, and she was like, "This is too hard." I said, "Nah, it's never too hard. You meant exactly for what you're doing. This is wealth, is health. Like you got it. Keep going." I said, "Take your time, breathe, pace, but just know don't stop." And she was like, "Wow." And after every set, she took a little 15-second break. And that made me happy because if I had both headphones in, I wouldn't have been able to. Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? So it's like those little things and just me being consistent. So now, like, I'm like building my little gym friends and just like motivating them. They like, yo, they're going to miss motivate. And I like to spread that energy. You know what I'm saying? Like waking up, like literally I'm up by 6. I'm like, all right, I prepare my CMOS and I'm like literally getting the habit and routine. It's so easy as an entrepreneur, like to hop out that habit, to hop out of routine, because so many things be happening. So you just be like,
Right.
And I'm like, nah, like I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna give gratitude, I'm gonna pray, and I'm going to the gym and I'm going to grind. Anything after that, all right, after the meditation, I figure out the plan. But when I wake up, I'm gonna have that same routine. So that consistency has made me so efficient, like, and I'm grateful, like, and it's a little thing like going to the gym every day. I'm like, yo, damn, like, I think that, but it's just like training your mind in that habit. So like, yo,
That's dope. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm excited. Summer coming, y'all. Open gonna be a little thick. You feel what I'm saying?
I love it. That consistency is key.
Yo, that's a fact.
It is.
That's a fact.
It's key.
It is. It definitely is. Oh, so I felt both of you like, so. You know what? I will, like, listen to both of you guys. I was like, you guys have me thinking now. So I would say for me, I noticed like within this week, discipline is a small win for me.
That's big.
Yeah, because there's like many moments where life happens, like we mentioned, right? And I found myself like this week, especially you speaking about the gym, I started working out again. So,
Come on,
yeah.
I got a black card. Let's get it.
Yeah, because I'm like, Facebook be showing, the little memories, and I'm like, oh, damn, you gained weight. But so I was just like, being that the discipline comes in play with like the whole factor of me not being lazy, not wanting to go to the gym.
Right.
So I caught myself this week, like, either if I didn't go to the gym, I went jogging.
Okay.
So that was like, and
I'm taking that note.
Right, like I caught myself like I have a board in my house. I have like about 3 to 4. So I have one of them, and it's like I constantly work out at least 5 to 6 days a week.
Okay.
And what I did, like this time, like when I went to the gym, I forced myself to go to the gym during this week, and I was like, damn, but that was by far one of the best workouts that I had, because I think everything emotionally, I was able to put it into my workout. And then like after that, like I was just like, I didn't have time to go to the gym, so I was just like, I put on my watch and I was like, I'm going jogging, and I went jogging. I jogged actually close to 2 miles nonstop.
Nice.
So, so now, that's the discipline where it's like, all right, now I'm able to put myself in that place of like, even though I don't want to do this, I understand I have to do this because this is what I want, right? Not everything is always
That's a fact.
dandy, So I would say that's a small win for me.
Man.
Damn.
That was 3 big. That was like the
we sat here
three-headed
and was
goat.
like, you know what? Small wins, consistency, discipline, resilience. That's what takes you. Like, damn, we gotta chill out. Like, okay, we're gonna get into this, but I'm happy. I'm glad we started off the conversation like that.
Nah, for
Because
real.
we're really gonna get into it. Because especially those 3 things, especially getting into this conversation around artistry, around music, around putting yourself and your creations out there, is the things you're gonna need at the backbone of anything you gotta do.
Right.
Because if you are an artist, you're creating something out of your brain,
Yes.
Right.
out of your idea, and you want other people to buy into this idea and support this idea. Let's start there, okay? And so you have to. It is your job and your job alone. It is no one else's job as an artist to support your craft more than you.
Oh,
Yup.
talk
That's
that.
very true.
And I'm gonna look
That's
you dead in your face and say that,
That's a
because
fact. How bad you
between
want it?
us, we got like 2 decades
Right.
worth of experience, probably more,
Right. Yeah, that's a fact.
of throwing shows, on helping artists, on curating, on managing. And I'm telling you this straight up. Like, I can't sugarcoat nothing else. I don't got no more sugarcoating left in my
Now
life.
you can't. And you're right about that. And it's like, yo, as much as like cliche as it sounds, it's really that simple.
It
That's a
is.
fact.
But as human beings, we make it complicated.
We make-
Right,
so
fact.
complicated.
Like it ain't gotta be. Yeah, you know when you like. I know it's a little off topic, but you know when you like really proud of your parents, right? And you were like, yeah, come to career day. Like I am sitting here floating, okay? Like nah, like they really put in that pain. I'm really big on like the higher the skyscraper, the deeper the foundation. Like they foundation is in here. Like it's solid. Like they bricks is not blowing away for nothing. Like
Because we put in the time. So let's talk about it, V. Let's talk about this artistry. Let's talk
Yes,
about
yes.
let's fly me out. Let's talk about these multiple city tours. And
Oh,
let's
man.
get into this.
I mean-
from the beginnings. Let's get into this in the beginnings. Like,
I mean, from the beginning.
how did we arrive at V Henny?
Henny, right? Like
Wow.
what made you a mogul? Like how you get here?
I mean, to be completely honest, like, so, not too many people know this, but I started off, I was a hip hop artist. I used to
Okay.
rap.
Okay.
So I started off obviously with music. Music will always be my passion. So being like 14, 13, I remember, you know, when I did my first competition. I came in second place, but it was for like a non-smoking campaign, and my brother helped me write the bars for me and stuff, right? So, you know, going from that to like eventually taking it serious as an artist in a sense, right? And the reason why I say like this is because now where I'm at, I'm like, you didn't take it serious.
Seriously, yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
like we think we did, but
yeah.
I was just like, so doing from that, I had dealt with real life situation where I stopped doing music and I kind of took a break. So when I decided to come back in 2 years later after that, I brought the artistry. And when I brought the artistry, it was just like on some, like, if I'm gonna come in as V Henny as the artist, I'm gonna come in with something strong.
Talk your shit.
And then I had to, when I did this, I started noticing the love that I started having for radio at the time, podcasting, interviews, you know, as a media personality. I just grew a love for it. And I just, from there, I made a decision. It was either I'm going to go this route of being this media personality or being this person in the back end of music or being the artist. And where I'm at now, I tell a lot of people, I'm like, it's dope to tap into so many things, but understand you have to master one.
At least one. Yeah.
Okay.
To then, once you master one and become successful where you're at, then you can always dive into other stuff.
Because of leverage.
Yes. So that's where I was at, where I was like, let me master one, and I wanted to master being this V Henny where I'm at now. And I just took it and I ran.
Ran like a fucking sprinter.
Right.
Started flying, bro.
She ran off the runway.
I was like, you could tell the girl from the Bronx running from the cops type thing. I was like,
Ow. And now you, like, hats off to you.
No, I
appreciate that.
And the ability to not only create situations in and of yourself, but then also be able to tap in and work with so many different people. Like, that is one of my favorite things about you, is you really for the culture.
No.
You really for the situation. And you always willing to, as long as it's a good situation, you are willing to
Right.
bring your all to make the situation
right.
even better than it could have been before.
No,
you
that's
know?
a fact. And let me tell you something, like, and you know this, I'm very picky with who I work with.
Exactly.
I'm a strong believer of energy is transferable. So when I off the back feel like your energy is off, I'm like, or if you have like just a certain mindset, I am for the artist because I was an artist.
right.
So I understand. So when it comes to like these showcases, like the debates and stuff like that, where I'm at now is just like I don't personalize a lot, because at the end of the day, this is my business. This is my dream, my goal. Not everybody's going to be in the same page as me.
Exactly.
So, like throughout time, I just like at this point is like I just realized that you have to make the sacrifices. You have to like at this point know who to work with, and just be smart. Like I think for many years I worked hard instead of working smart.
Right.
I feel you on that.
And that's where I'm at now. It's like, let's work smart so we can all win. It's not just about me.
It's not about me.
Because you done learned the way already. Like it's like
I got screwed over so many times.
Right. And you was like, all right, I'm gonna win. Like you.
Yeah.
Oh, this what you doing? All right, cool. I already know this route.
And let me tell you something. There's many. To this day, I cut either artists. Like if you don't want the I'm big on relationship, right? And it's like
relationship is currency.
I say this all the time. Like relationship is definitely currency, and I tell artists or people, business partners, like I have no problems walking away.
Right.
But it's just like if I'm gonna take this serious, then you have to as well. So for me, it's like if I feel like you're an artist and you feel like you don't respect me and my brand or what I do, then there's no need for you to work with me.
Right.
That's a fact.
That's how I look at it at this point. So that's why I said like it's not cutting people off, but it's just in a place where I'm like, I'm gonna provide you the information. It's up to you whether you want to take it. And if
Right.
you don't, that's cool.
That's cool.
It is what it is. I'm gonna keep it going. For every what's that saying? I think for every 10 no's, there's
one
always
yes.
one
One
yes.
yes. And that yes be the one.
Yeah.
Like you can look at it between the rule of 42, the rule of 72. Like you're doubling numbers. It's always gonna be. You always gotta hit a certain amount of numbers, no's before you get a yes.
Fact.
It's just the data. It's just a rule of probability, and like you're either gonna go with it and learn that that's how it works. Like I thought about, it's funny. I thought about the other day, right? Harry Styles, huge artist, right? I think he just won a Grammy or something. Like that, right?
Yeah.
I realized I never listened to no Harry Styles music,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
But he's an amazing, successful artist.
Right.
I realized I really never heard no Billie Eilish song until I went and looked at it.
Gotcha.
But these are amazing artists with
Yeah.
millions of fans.
Right.
I don't have to be their fan for them to be successful.
Right.
People got to remember that.
Right.
Just because I don't support you, those don't mean that your supporters aren't out there.
That's a fact.
It's your job to go find them.
Fact.
And you said something, Vajano, that I agree with. I actually said this yesterday. You have to sell yourself. Bro, I had to tell an artist this yesterday. I was like, yo, at the end of the day, I look at this like sales. Like, and it depends how you want to move, whether it's passive, aggressive sales, whatever. But this is your sales. You have to pitch. I have to pitch you on why you want to work with me in a sense.
I deserve your time.
Right.
Because listening to my music, like listening to your music, just let's start there. It's giving you the time of my day.
Yeah, like what it's worth.
Yeah, like
it's
what
worth.
do you think like if you're not gonna put at least for me, right? Especially as somebody that works in the music industry, we've worked with many artists, right?
Yeah.
Either on a fan level, on an executive level, right? My time is valuable,
Absolutely.
right? There's a lot of people that want me to listen to their music.
That's a
right?
I could imagine.
Both on a fan level and on a Billie Eilish would die for one more fan. Not die, but would like one more fan, right? Everybody wants one more fan. But what is that person's time to you that they can exchange? Like, what are you giving me? Are you giving me a great performance? Are you giving me a great story? Are you giving me a great image that I want to buy
Right.
into? What am I buying with my time?
Exactly. Is it quality, quantity? You know, like you said, it's all.
I always say, what's your experience like? Right? So like, if I don't feel an experience, if you don't experience your own, because you have to experience your own stuff first, right? So if you're not really like bopping to your own shit, 9 times out of 10, nobody else really gonna bop to it, because you don't really believe in it, right? So like VJ already said, like earlier, you gotta believe in you as much as you want somebody else to
Absolutely.
believe in you. If he doesn't know himself as Vajano, King Cosmic, guess what? Somebody gonna be like, all right, you home for the block that won a couple things, right?
Right.
If V Henny wasn't on here saying I'm V Henny, like I'm the GOAT, like if you don't know you don't know my name, then 9 times out of 10, you're not really listening, right? So really understanding that, y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
understanding that, like knowing your worth and knowing how hard you really gotta go for you. That's what makes it so special, right? So like, how bad you want it, and how bad you want somebody else to want it with you.
And that's the thing. How badly do you want it?
Like
You
I'm
know?
sitting here telling you about my oxtail, you like oxtail?
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, the Carnegie Zotto.
Yeah, like, you know,
like
but you, and you know, and that's the thing, like you believe in your work, so believing in yourself is definitely a big factor within your story, your process.
That's a fact.
You know, at the end of the day, like for me, it's like I'm a strong believer, and I say this a lot. I post this a lot too. Is like passion is power. So for me, you really listen. I get it. Like, especially being in the music industry or working with influencers or whatever, just working in the industry overall, you're going to meet those who are not passionate, who are just about the money, whatever, right? Like we understand that. But the reason why a lot of times I go hard, especially with the artists that I've been working for for years, is because of the passion they have.
right.
So, you know, and this is why sometimes as frustrated I can get with artists is like when I notice that you're passionate, I'm okay with giving you certain gems.
Right.
Or I'm okay with telling you like, yo, why don't you just try to do it like this? You know, like helping you in a way that it can benefit you and your
Dropping them
brand.
seeds and letting them water it.
Right, you know, because I'm gonna keep it a stack. I'm not gonna put you in a place like right there and then, and I know you're not willing to do it. Like
fact.
I'm not gonna put you in a place where I feel like you're not. For example, there was an artist. I told him, since you always do a lot of my shows, I said you don't even have a bio. I said I'm gonna make your bio on the strength. I was like, send him the questions. 3 months later, to this day, he hasn't answered none of the questions.
Send me the bio.
So how is it that how is it that I'm gonna look at you taking it serious when you're not even doing your bio? Like you're
Right.
not, the bio as simple as it is, but as an artist, you need a bio.
That's a fact.
So it's, you know, like stuff like that, I look at it and I'm like, you don't take it serious. This is not, you know, like, so that's why I'm like, you can tell the difference with like certain people. And it's not only with artists, just people
In
overall.
general, like, and I feel you on that. Cause it's really a frustrating situation to have to deal with people who don't expect you to run farther than them.
Right.
But in our processes, in our learnings, we learn how to deal with the correct artists. Right. We learn how to identify not only the talent but the motivation and the work ethic. Right. So in pivoting with that, like, how is it that, like, how do you decide, and like, what's your process on working with artists now?
I mean, it depends as far as working, right? Because I like at this point, like putting them in a showcase or in a concert series, whatever. I make them like, so my process with that is like, obviously you have to fill out a form, which includes, you know, like your social media, who you are. You need a bio. If you don't have a bio, you cannot submit. I need to see your performance tracks. I need to listen to your quality of music, you know, like, so like something like that. Now, if I have an artist who's coming to me and is like, yo, which I get a lot, is like, yo, I want you to manage me. Where I'm at in my life is like, I'm not managing artists, but I'm doing consulting with artists.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah.
Facts.
Because I put myself
got
in
no
so many,
I
like,
don't got no time for it no
it's
more.
babysitting. And it's like, to be honest, like a lot of artists, unfortunately, do not understand what's the job of a manager. So I'm not, where I'm at in my life, like I've managed other artists in the past, and it's like, no, I'm not wasting my time. The only one that I do waste my time and I work with, and we've been working for years already, would be K Goddess. You know,
And that's me and Ruthie. Like, literally, that's really,
you know,
that's really how it is.
so it's like with that, like, and Kay can even tell you, like, we had that conversation not so long ago. I didn't even want to go about managing her. As why, or like we speak on that, like I didn't want to, and we just end up organically building,
yeah.
And you know, like it just happened. And at this
And
point,
she got
it's
the
like
work ethic. She
she does.
Like,
So that's why I was like, all right, I'm willing to work with you, etc. So that's where I'm at as far as like working with artists right now. Like, you just got to show me your work at this point. As far as like, you know, like if you want me to manage or even consulting, I got to see how serious. So I'm going to look at your page. I'm going to ask you a few questions, you know, here and there, just to see where your mindset is at. Because it's like, I'm not gonna give you my energy at this point, just like that. Like you have to earn it. I feel like I feel like I deserve that right now.
That's a fact. You put the time in,
Yeah.
and that's like
Duh.
Yeah,
Yes.
like-
that's a fact.
You gotta come like when you come to certain people, you gotta really come proper.
That's how I
Like,
look
and that's
at it
just
now.
like, and one thing V taught me like early is like, it doesn't matter who it is. You better just show that respect, right?
Right.
So as much as you respect yourself, you gotta know like how much I respect my. Am I really ready for this?
Yup, I
Yeah.
Like
That's a
that,
fact.
you have to like people that have to do that real intense self reflection. Am I ready for what I'm asking for? Right? Like, am I ready for this abundance that I say I'm asking? Can you put in the work for it?
Right.
Like, and when it comes to like people want the glitz, the gamma, but once it starts to get to that grind mode, that hard work, that intense, like, can you stay up? Can you do like 22 hours in a day and be like, I still gotta
Are
get
you
up?
willing to make the sacrifices?
You feel what I'm saying? So like, are you ready for that? And people just want they want that golden era, but
Right.
they don't want to go through that. Like, yo, look, nobody might not hear your music for a
But
year.
you just tapped into something that I really want to like talk about real quick. Because
Talk about it.
again, are you ready for that abundance?
Right.
That's a key, right? That's a key because people don't think about this, right? Let's say you planted all year. Now you have an abundant harvest,
Right.
Right. Winter is always coming. People always
Absolutely.
forget that winter is the seasons must change.
Right.
No matter how up you are, there's gonna be a winter.
That's a fact.
Right? And you, in your summer, in your harvest, you can enjoy it. You can spoil it up. But if you let that fruit rot, you don't turn it into jam. You don't
Right.
preserve it. You don't do what is necessary to take that into your winter.
Talk about
You know
it.
what I mean? Like, if you don't take it into your winter, then it's just gonna spoil.
That's a fact.
All your fruits is gonna spoil because you could only enjoy it in that moment. You feel me?
And I think a lot of people should have that conversation or ask themselves that question. Because, like, are you, like, the fact of, like, am I ready for this?
Are you,
Right.
like,
Or do I want the success? Because I think down the line, I learned as much as I said, I was telling people, like, I want this, I want this, I want this. I realized that I was self-sabotaging a lot of stuff, and I was afraid of success.
No,
Uh-huh.
that
And that's, it's
I know
fearful.
it's real,
That-
and it's real.
it-
That
it-
imposter syndrome,
that is-
especially as somebody that steps into an industry and makes like nobody's opening the doors for you, open it for yourself. That really be happening. Right?
Yeah.
That's such a key thing, right? Like just being scared of that success, right? Like I'm the youngest one at the table,
Okay,
right?
okay.
So like for me, like it was times where I was like, this is happening really fast. You know, when you talk something, then God be like, here, look. They go to like you open your mouth, you be like, what the hell is going on, right? And you just be like, all right, hold up, slow down. And it was like for me, like younger, and I'm only 24, y'all, right?
Okay.
So like 2 years ago, I was having so many like opportunities come,
Okay.
and I just was like, like, what do you mean you want me? And it's like you're golden, and I'm like, I'm golden.
I know.
Because at that time, it's like, yeah, I see my worth. Yeah, okay. But did I really value my worth? So that's when the yesterday's price is not today's price. Like now it's like, nah, I make the best vegan food in America. Okay.
You should.
So like
Talk about
I'm like energy is essential. I put myself in the reflections of people that is powerful because I am powerful, but it really had to take some time in that season, like really planting those seeds and taking out the weeds of
Right.
negativity and taking out the weeds of, listen, I got to stop self-sabotage, taking out the weeds of like, listen, I'm procrastinating, taking out, like, I had to learn such a process. And like, I had to really keep pushing, like, you know, you force yourself. Now you
Right,
gotta
right.
you gotta force yourself to get out that box and really get next to the people that you know is gonna like push and motivate you and take you to that next level and just like be that reflection. It's just like, wow, like are you really ready for that next level? And I tell myself all the time, like, yo, this is the season. Like you learned those mistakes.
You do. You do.
That's a fact. You do.
You learn like you learn those factors, and then you start realizing like I'm very spiritual, so you know when it comes to my growth, I do not play with it. So when I started like realizing that how much when I started realizing what I wanted and that I was ready for this, I started realizing the fact of like, you know what? I'm glad it didn't happen around the time frame where I thought it because of my ego. How I was like, I would have probably fucked up so many things, so many opportunities because of my ego or whatever. So I feel like it's cliche, but it's really trusting the process.
Yes.
And at the time, I didn't trust it. You know, and I questioned so much. I was just like, there was just so much. My wife can tell you, like, there's many moments where I was just like, yo, why? Like, why hasn't happened for me yet? Like, you know, for me, so many people can tell you, like, yo, you're doing amazing things, but I didn't feel it.
Right.
I was just like, nah, thank you, you know, but I didn't feel it. I felt like I was still disappointing myself, my family, you know, like, so I recently had a conversation with myself, during that jog, right, that I was telling you about, that I forced myself, and I had to like speak to my younger self.
Oh, that is so. That's
Go
ahead. Go.
And I had to tell myself like, it's okay, because where I'm at now, like you're going to be in a better space.
Right.
Understand what, you know, like I had to apologize to myself and tell myself like, you do deserve it, because again, going back to like, am I ready for this? I felt like I didn't deserve it. I can't, you know, like my norm was hustle, the struggle, you know, like I grew up a certain lifestyle. So it's like, I felt like I didn't deserve the success, and I was fearful because I really didn't know what success truly was. So, you know, it gets to that point. You start questioning a lot of stuff, you know, within your process and the growth of who you are, you know?
And I'm glad you brought that up, because that is something that like I can really relate to, in that like, you know, especially when you have real concrete big goals, like big goals, right? We think about what it is to be there without thinking about what it is to be there. We think about the there part without the be, and what it takes to be there.
Right.
And that is something that really like transitioning into my 30s really like brought me a new sense of clarity on.
Okay.
Is like, I had to look back at who I was and where I was grinding and what I was, and all the frustrations, and be like, yo, the person you are meant to be, the person that is called on to be where you want, needs to have even more than you exist in now. There's so much depth that has to exist in me for me to stand at the space that I need to stand.
That's so powerful.
And so it made me realize, and that cliche, the thing that everybody says of trusting your process.
Yes.
Not just the process, because you don't know what the process is.
Right.
But it's your process.
Yes.
And the bigger the diamond, the longer it takes to refine that shit.
That's a fact.
It takes long as fuck, and it goes up against hard ass diamonds. A diamond cuts diamonds, nothing else.
Yeah.
Go.
That's a fact.
And so it takes pressure. Diamonds don't form if you put it in the earth for 10 years. Under pressure of like 50 pounds. Nah, it takes extreme pressure over millions of years.
That's a fact.
And like, you gotta be willing to stand that, because I look at the fact that like, for my biggest goal is, I tell everybody, to build a motorcycle racetrack, right? I want a stadium style motorcycle racetrack, right? And I get frustrated over things that happen now, you know, like if somebody doesn't complete this task, or if this doesn't get done in time, or if I miss this deadline and get a fine and this and that. I could lose millions of dollars in one day if a race flops.
No, that's a fact.
But I gotta eat that, because I got how many more races set up for the rest of the year? I could lose 5,000 employees, and that'd be half my staff.
Right.
But I gotta eat that, because I got 5,000 more employees that I still gotta feed. I gotta remember these things and who I wanna be and what it takes to be there, so I can learn the lessons on who I am becoming.
Right.
That's nothing but gems and jewels.
That is dope. It is true. Because at the end of the day, like being an entrepreneur, like for me, I hate the term boss. Oh my God. And I'm not knocking other people for it, but it's just, for me, it's like, when you just mentioned, like, you have a staff or you have a team or what you have to think of, it's like, I look at it like, to be this entrepreneur that I am, right? I have to be a leader.
Yes.
We gotta lead the team to be leaders.
To be leaders,
you know,
yeah.
and that's how you become successful even throughout the hard times. You understand? So it's like, you're right. Like, you have to like be ready. You gotta know who you are and all that good stuff.
So from planting the seeds of just becoming V Henny to watching V Henny blossom, and how do you view like your impact on the culture? Because this is you're a big mogul, right?
Thank you.
So it's like the culture, like it's, how do you just like on them days when you sit back and you reflect?
You know, it still hasn't really, like, I feel like I still have more work to do to influence others, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But I will say I have gotten the fact of like, as far as like the culture and as far as like where, like seeing people tell me like, yo, especially from the Bronx.
Oh,
Cause
yeah.
like, y'all Brooklyn be coming for us. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm not gonna front y'all. She came in mad New York, like, yo, we good? I love this. I was like, yeah, she from uptown. That's
the
the
uptown
boogie down energy.
but for me, I was like, you know, I'm starting to see that the inspirational motivation that I'm giving a lot of people is the fact of being, you know, Latina from the Bronx, came from the struggle, never gave up, and that I'm LGBT.
Right.
So that I'm getting a lot where it's like, damn, I saw you start from nothing, you know, doing this and et cetera. And it's like, damn, that's dope to know that, you know, either I helped you through a hard time, and I didn't, that's why I said, like, for me, I was like, oh, I don't see it, but people do come
They
to
do,
me. So that's why I'm like, this is just me being hard on myself, saying I need to put in more work.
Right.
But again, yeah, I know I have helped within the culture as far as like, just be you. It's okay to be you, and I learned that the hard way,
Right.
especially in this industry,
Right.
Because I felt like I wasn't accepted within the underground scene, and I felt like, you know, for my insecurities, it can be, you know, but throughout time where I'm at now is like, this is V Henny, this is who I am.
Yes.
Yes, I have an accent. Yeah, I'm from the Bronx. You understand? And yeah, I carry myself this way, whether you like me or not. At this
Pure,
point,
genuine.
it is what it is.
Take it
you
or
see
leave
what
it.
you get. At this point, I had to learn at this point, and I think a lot of people do tell me as well, is like, I always tell like a lot of people when they hit me up, I'm like, yo, bro, or like, yo, like, you know, whoever. I'm like, at the end of the day, people are gonna talk shit whether you do good or bad. So continue doing you. That's what I tell people. Like, just be your authentic self. It's okay to be you.
Yes.
Like, don't follow trends. Like, it's corny at times. Like,
and
just be you.
it runs out. Like
It does.
when the veil comes down, it's like, who they really see? Where this person that they was falling in love, now you lost because you can't keep up.
Right.
And when you can't keep up, it's like, who do you revert to?
Right.
And like being authentic in the business and just any industry, that takes you so far. Like it's just like, because when you get to a certain status, or you just like start becoming who people view you as, like, just wow, right? You start getting caught up of that wow factor of who they view in their head. So when you start viewing, it's like, nah, I'm this one never has a bad day, and it's like, nah, I'm a human, right? So it's like, even for me, like, I had to take some time, because it's like, it was like Empress energy. Every time I come, it's like, nah, let me hold up.
Right.
I am nobody's showgoat, okay, right? Like, I had to really learn to humanize myself. Like, I wasn't used to being human. I was used to just really being la máquina.
I'm still learning how to humanize myself.
Yeah,
I'm glad you brought that up.
it's so uncomfortable sometimes. Like, am I having emotions right now? Now I need to be in grind mode. Like, I'm learning to say, like, all right, breathe. Like, you good. Like, you 24, you doing what you need to do. Like, life is aligning how it needs to be. Just keep being true. And that's like what I'm really learning. Like, keep being true, keep being yours, and keep loving you in this process. Like, that loving you, that loving that authentic self. Everybody gonna have their own views of how they want to see you. But it's like, I had to call my energy back and really say, nah, this is mine for a second. Let me be selfish. And as you like learn that part, you like, all right, now I can give, because now you got the spirit of discernment. Like,
Yeah, it's serious. It's definitely serious. I you know, again, just that's why I tell people, like, yo, just if you're gonna do something, do it because you love it. do it because you're passionate about it. You understand? Like, and as much as I'm sure you get told this, it's like, it's really not about the money, although the money is amazing.
V always say it.
Right? But it like, let's keep it a stack. We want the money.
Yes.
But do it because you love it. And I had to learn that the hard way. Again, like, for example, I'm gonna let you guys know, like, last year, like the December, the ending of last year, I was in a really bad space where I was just like, I think I'm gonna give it up. I was like, I'm done. You know, it's like I felt like I gave my all to this industry, and I just like I lost the passion. Right. I had to, like you said, I had to be human to myself because I was always on that survival mode.
Right.
And sometimes we feel like it's hustle mode, but that survival mode can also self-sabotage yourself, you know, like yourself. Because you're doing just things based on survival instead of just doing it because you love it.
Now you
so I really had to like distance myself from social media, from a lot of people, and I was just like, I had to really break myself apart and be like, where am I going? What is it that I want? You know, and like find my passion. I remember calling Scott, and Scott was like, yo, sis, like, you know, I know you're not gonna quit, but you gotta find your passion. And I told him, I was like, I'm like, yo, I'm done. I don't want to do this. Like,
no, I feel
you know, so it's all down like to like just really being authentic to yourself. Because going back to my why, that's what I had to do. And I was just, you know, going to my why on everything, on why V Henny, the artistry, the art of music, all these, you know, adventures, I would say, you know, everything that I started is because of, you know, my why. I really had to tap into that. My wife was telling me, everybody, they saw it. I was in a bad depression, but I had to go back to being like, why did I start it? Who was that V Henny? What, you know, what was I going through at that given time, you know, and what was the thought frame on everything?
V, you preaching.
That's a fact. Because you know what's crazy?
Go.
I felt that same thing.
Yeah.
And I had to sit back and be like, yo, what was my why? Like, I felt that.
Same.
Like, December hit. Like,
December hit a lot of people.
Punches was hitting in the ribs. You know, it felt like, you know what it was? Life is about the whole 12 rounds, all right? And round 6, 7, and 8, it get gritty.
Yeah.
Your body hurt. You done took a lot of shots, okay? Like, but this is where, if you're a champion, if you really, your why is really there, this is when your resolve kick in. This is where your resolve, this is, go back to that resilience. Like, and it really put me in that mentality of like, at the end of the day, I set out on this journey. You feel me? Like, I left home to do this. You feel me? Like, nobody put me here. Nobody sent me here. And I'm in the middle of the ocean. So I cannot rely on nobody else to get me to the land. Specifically to the land that I want to go.
Right.
Because if I say somebody gonna save me, they're gonna drop me on some land, but I don't know what land they're gonna drop me on. And I didn't go into the sea. I didn't choose to go into the sea to get dropped on nobody else's land. I knew where I was going when I left that terminal. I knew where I was headed. So I had to dig in, and I had to like, listen, I swallowed water. I took shots. So what?
Right.
So what are you going to do about it?
It's,
like,
what's that fight
I have
like?
to, and like, and as you said, like, you got to humanize yourself. If you know, again, it's about the 12. If at round 7, I don't got energy, that next round, I shouldn't be throwing jabs and running.
Yeah.
I need to conserve.
Oh my God.
I need to figure out how I'm going to last this next 2 so I can figure out how he get tired. You got to play the game on different levels because, again, at the end of the day, it's not about surviving. It's about making it to round 12 and coming out with the W.
It's about maintaining that everything that you done poured into, right? Like, I'm sitting next to 2 goats that's talking about resilience, and when I felt like I got knocked down, I was like, that's it. I swear to you, like, I had an event and like I did my first chef tasting and I burnt myself out. Like, and it was so uncomfortable because I'm used to being a superhero, right? Like, I was doing community give backs every Tuesday. Then I'm selling plates 6 days a week, and then I'm writing, and I'm going uptown to take care of my pops, and like I was always on go. right? So it's like when I had my event, like I legit, like it was like so like good thing, shout outs to my big sister because she was like my project manager.
Okay.
And like that technical process that I'm like, because I'm always like, you know, in the beginning being an entrepreneur, like you try to learn everything at one time, right? You like, I need to learn how to be a manager. I need to learn my sales. I need to learn, you drive yourself into this like rabbit hole of like who you need to become.
Right.
And like, instead of like enjoying who you are in this process of becoming. And like I was just like, nah, I need to be a chef. I'm like going to open mics. I'm like, it was like I was doing too much, right?
Gotcha.
But I didn't know how to like tell myself to relax. So I kept going. I got to my event and I was like, after my event, I was like, I literally slept for 24 hours, like a whole day. My mother coming in the room like, are you good? And I'm like, Ma, I just need to sleep. And then like next day I was like, I need a break. And everybody's like, what? Everybody, like, literally, customers is like hounding me, like, kitchen open. Like, I'm like, I just did a chef tasting.
right.
What are y'all talking about? A kitchen open? No, hell no, hell. People hit me up, hey, you want to do this? You want to? No. What is wrong? And it's like because I wasn't transparent. I wasn't like, I didn't show people that I was a human. So it was like, for me, that burnout was like very uncomfortable and I didn't know how to deal with it. So I did sink into depression and I was like, I'm not coming back. I was like, I need some time. And then I remember like crying to God, like, give me a way, show me a way, and let's like, let it align for me. And like, I just started letting it flow. Like, listen, sometimes you gotta like, and Vijano teach me that so much. Like, it's okay to walk away.
Right.
But it's okay to pour into yourself in this process because you're an entrepreneur. Like, we give so much of ourselves into our business.
Right.
So as we're like giving all of ourselves, we got to remember you can't fill a cup if yours is empty.
Right.
And like,
Right.
as y'all became GOATs, like, how do y'all conserve that, like, being on high demand? Because, V. Henny, mommy, you on high demand. So how do you conserve that?
So it's funny you mentioning that, right? I feel like with me is, I'm not sure if it's, well, what I had to learn is obviously transparency is definitely key, right? As you mentioned, but setting boundaries at this point.
Okay.
That's what helped me with a lot as far as like, especially when working with artists. Because again, I gave them so much of my time and energy. I had to learn how to set boundaries. I had to learn how to set those boundaries so that way I can gain my energy. Because I just saw the fact of how they kept trying to grab. I'll get calls like I kid you not, like I get calls like at 5 a.m. talking about, I want to do a show. 5 a.m. What?
Why?
What are you doing? So it's like, so I had to conserve like everything within myself by setting boundaries.
Yeah, that's
with
fine.
a lot. Not only, but it was mainly with artists because again, like they don't respect the fact that you are a person.
Right.
So it was just like with that. That's one main thing that I would say I had to set the tone with, and especially with like the artists, they already know me, so that was like really hard in a sense because they got so used to having a certain type of V.
Right.
And it was just like, no, that's it. Like, this has to stop.
Yes.
So when I started putting my foot down with that, it was just like, it was somewhat uncomfortable even on my end because I didn't want to be this asshole, quote unquote, right? Where it's like, it's not being an asshole really. It's me really just trying to have my energy back. Me trying to put focus on other things.
Right.
Instead, like I had, like, if you wanted, like this, for example, if you want a dope show, I can't be constantly on a call with you, helping you how to figure out a plan on you, how you're going to perform or whatever. That's your job. I'm not your manager.
Right.
If I'm here trying to plan a show and trying to bring certain people into these shows so that way you can network and build, etc. Right? I'm just giving an example. But at the end of the day, like, that's what I, like, when working with artists, that's something that I had to do as far as, like just within my own energy, my own growth. As far as like working with other people, one of the biggest things I will always tell anybody is I'm big on communication and transparency.
Okay.
Those are my two biggest. I always tell anybody
that for
new.
years.
Yeah. I'm like, I tell everybody and anyone, you want to work with me, that's cool. But I'm big on transparency and communication. So if you feel like I did something wrong to you, I'd rather you tell me than me hear it from someone else, because let's keep it a stack. Everybody talks. Negative news travels very quickly.
Mad quick.
So I'd rather you tell me like, yo, V, so that way we can build and grow. And I'm not saying that I'm gonna do something negative. However, everybody works a certain way.
Everybody got their own perception.
Yeah, so those are like what really keys that I do to like conserve who I am and my brands as well, if that makes sense.
No, that makes a lot of sense. Like,
You know, transparency, yo, that definitely I had to learn that as well. Like, just be, well, I've always been like that, but I had to implement that to other people.
okay.
Because I'm just like, bro, if we're gonna work together, understand things are gonna come back to me, and vice versa.
Fact.
Especially in like a lot of like music industry, it's very clicky,
Very.
very clicky. It's wild how clicky it can get. So it's like, you know, like, so I appreciate one of my business partners. We've been working for so many years, and one of the things when we saw that we started elevating so much, I remember we had a conversation, and he was just like, yo, sis, like, you know, people was gonna try to put things in your ears and vice versa. He's like, so, and I told him, I said, well, I always told you, communicate.
Right.
Communicate. So that way, if something is coming, like people are in your ears or in my ears,
It's like, look, let me tell you what they do.
Right.
My boy, you know what they try to run by me?
because it's like
Because
that.
you can nip it in the butt so much easier.
Right.
Communicate.
So communication and transparency is definitely key to like, I guess your reputation or like
Yep.
just who you are, you know, because character for me is very big.
That's a fact.
You need to have a good character. You need to have a good reputation. I've not removed myself, but I've told people like, no, I'm thank you for the opportunity, but no, because you have, oh, I was told about your character.
Yes.
Or I was, you know, like you have a bad reputation. I mean, you know, it's not that you have a bad reputation, but just the energy is off, and the
Right.
fact of you doing certain things that I'm like, you know, it's cool. That's your
your
prerogative.
lane.
That's
That's
your
not me.
life, but I don't want that around me.
I love
okay
that.
with that.
And I love that because you in such a power changing culture, right?
Right.
So that's very big to say, listen, I'm not gonna work with you because this energy is this is not where my energy is supposed to be headed.
Right. It's okay to say no. And
Yeah,
that's
it's okay.
hard.
I love
Especially
it.
in this.
Yeah.
Especially in this. But, matter of fact, because I do want people to learn how to tap in with you. right?
Okay.
I want to make sure. So if it is not a no and it is a yes, right? It is a yes. They are the right people to grace your energy. What do you have coming up next that they could tap in with?
Okay, South by Southwest. I am doing, I have a stage. I'm partnering up with More Bookings. So we're doing a More Artistry stage for South by
Yeah,
Southwest.
he's dope.
Yeah, and so we have with that's March 15th. We have Mr. Two Official. He's going to be hosting. He's from QC.
Okay.
Then the 22nd you mentioned,
Yeah.
that's a Fly Me Out. So we've done this for so many years where we're giving one artist the opportunity to compete, and the winner will get a round trip flight and a performance to South by Southwest to our show. So that's gonna be the 22nd. They could tap in with me with that. Then the March. Well, it's my birthday. I'm planning right now. I always do my 5th year, my comedy special. So it's called Oh You Got Jokes.
That's cool.
Yeah. So like I usually, so right now I'm actually getting all the comedians right now, and so I'm about to drop the flyer for that hopefully by next week. Then SOBs,
Okay.
April.
He is not playing.
Yeah.
You don't play.
What else? Then like with the artistry, like as far as the artistry with my interviews, so I haven't told anybody yet. I'm not gonna say too much, but I will say like so I am gonna be working with a team now with that. So with that being said, like we have a new location with that. As far as like I've already been putting in my stories where it's like I will no longer take submission. It's gonna be an invite only now for the artistry. So I
Elevate.
Elevation, elevate. I'd love to hear it.
Doing that, I know they want me to speak at a panel for 3 days in Miami. So it's just like all just been Atlanta. I'm gonna be next week, so I know I'm gonna look at a venue out there. Doing a few things out there in Atlanta. That's my goal right now is to start building and working with people out there.
That's what's up. That's
So if
what's
you're an
up.
artist, you want to tap in, I would say tap in with me now because I'm telling a lot of artists, like right now, I'm starting to now focus more on the artistry show, the interviews, because I'm getting out like dope influencers,
Mm-hmm.
I want to take the podcast to now the next level. I feel like it's time.
It's time.
So that's my main focus, the show, as far as like the art of music. I am gonna still have it because I still want to provide a platform for your up and coming artists. So what I'm planning on doing with that is probably, you know how I was doing like once a month, or like I was doing like so many shows a month, but ideally my goal with that now is gonna probably be like quarterly. So that way I can highlight on just a certain amount of artists, and I know they're working serious, and we can actually make like a dope concert series.
I love it.
So just tap in with me. I'm more on Instagram than anything, but you know, I do have my Facebook. Everything's all V Henny, you know. Like I tell everybody, just if you're gonna tap in with me, understand. You mentioned earlier, come properly.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Better come
I don't
fuck
go.
correct, bro.
I will leave you on scene if I see a yo, bro.
Yeah.
I will leave you on scene if
I need to
see
start
a
doing
yo.
that. I need to start leaving people on scene.
Oh, I do.
more.
I'm like,
I need to start leaving people on
Yeah, like,
I don't.
do you
right.
know who I am?
Right.
Yeah, like,
I
yo.
still to this day, my interviews, like my big interviews, that's me properly coming to them.
To the
like,
right person.
look, this is who I am. This is what I do. This is my show. Like I have a whole template.
A whole pitch, of
Yeah.
course.
And I remember one of my
It's the
interviews,
only way you got to where you need to get to.
one of the guys, the guest, he told me, he's like, the only reason why I did your show is because how properly you came to me.
That's a
And I was like,
fact.
thank you for that. It was like, if I still gotta pitch myself, come to me properly. Hey, what's up? I'm V Henny. I'm an artist from the Bronx. You know, I just want to tap in with you. That's it. Not telling me to sell your soul, but just don't come to me like, yo, sis,
what up?
What up? I don't know you. I'm
What's
not your
good, yo?
sis.
Right.
Especially when you hit me with the year was good and like we haven't talked yet. Like
Right.
I don't know what's good. I don't know why you asking me what's good. Like
And understand that I'm a brand. I'm not just all right, yeah, the personality school. I am a brand. I am a business. So like, how you gonna respect me? Like how much you respect how you gonna come at me? If we in a business meeting, I need you in this business meeting. Think of this as your opportunity to knock on the door. You're not in the door yet. I need you to just knock.
Right.
So you just knocking at the door for this big business meeting that you want. How bad you really want it?
Exactly.
Are you coming dressed in jeans or are you coming in slacks? Like, come on.
You're right, and I like that, and I appreciate.
You gotta have that successful mentality. You understand? You know, so
from now on,
come properly.
if you don't come properly,
it's a dub.
I would show you
Dub.
mad DMs, especially when I post like the tours and stuff. With the tours, you know, like with some of them I just like, you know, I'll give them the information, but a lot of them, like if I just see yo or yo bro, and I'm like, I don't even know you. So I'm not even sending you any information. Like
you're 110% right, and I'm gonna start doing it to anybody that hit me up for travel deals, because people always be like, yo, I need da 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 da, and like I didn't even get a proper greeting for. I don't even know who you are. Like you never had. I understand if you've been booking with me for a while. Right, just hit me with your info. I got you. But like, this is our first conversation. You're gonna be left on scene.
Same with the plates. Like, excuse me.
Right.
I'm not just popping up at your event. I'm like, who are you? Like, what is your event? Like, what type of people is gonna be there? Because I'm very big on like my brand too. Because like,
you should.
I'm connected to community. Like, who? Like, I need to. Make sure your energy right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just I'm just up and coming now. You need to respect me as the person I'm walking to. I'm big boss. Like, you know, like and not like I'm.
No, but you are.
You know what I'm saying? So
You're
it's just like respect that, and I'm gonna respect you so much more.
Especially also because we the type of people to show respect.
Right.
Yeah.
Every time. 110. So you know what? We're gonna respect what we could give.
Yo, that's so
And
far.
this is gonna end right
My
there.
mother raised me very quickly. Like, you don't have to love me, but you better respect me.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
My mother always taught me don't come home with no bad reports. So make sure you go earn that respect.
Yeah, 'cause I'm probably gonna front even with more. Like I performed for him once,
Okay.
and I was like, and everybody's like, "Yo, he lit," and I'm like, I was on like comments like, "Yo, you need me," and I'm like, "Who the fuck?" I had to humble myself, and I'm like, he never responded, and I respect it so much more because I'm like, who do you think this guy is literally all over America right now. You talk about, yo, I'm tagging my name 20 times. Like, that is not showing him you want it. You look like a groupie, right? So boom, like, I'm honest, right?
Yeah, I respect that.
Yeah, I go to his DM. I'm like, listen, Peace King. Like, I'm a poet. I'm an upcoming rapper. Like, I would just love to be on the platform.
Right.
Like, I just want to show the energy. Like, you ain't even gotta just let me put that energy out. And what I mean, that show like literally changed the shift of how I view. Like he had radio hosts from '97. Like it was like a team thing. So it's like you can't just feel like you just going to just jump and get next to them. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. I have a team. I have to manage certain things. I need to figure out your time slot. It's like you really have to respect them in their brand,
right,
and what they put in for this. It's not just going to be 1, 2, 3. It's like, now I have a process. Like, he came proper with an email. Like, I've never had nobody email me nothing about no show.
That's wild, because we don't play that.
Like,
we
don't
play that. That's why I love.
like,
that's why I love her. That's why I love More. That's why I love Elle Banks, because.
Yeah,
in
I
our
love me
showcase
some Elle
circuit,
Banks
there's
too, yeah.
people that do it and there's people that do it.
Yeah.
And I held myself to a certain standard, so the people I have around me that I work with and I run in that circles, I know they do it. You feel me?
It's such a beautiful thing because, like, you know, like coming up, right? You like me looking at these two moguls I'm sitting next to is like, yo, they really put it in the pain, but it's about processes. But y'all know it's like instilling that in my head. Like, okay, it's about the process of like everything has a why. Everything is you can't just come at things certain way.
No, you can't.
And like that, and I'm very big on like the higher the skyscraper, the deeper the foundation. So like, yeah, I had to really get those processes correct.
Especially when you want more. I feel like with me, I'm never content with just like the mediocre. Anything mediocre, I'm not content with.
Right.
I'm big on the fact of good is the enemy of great, right? So like, I never want to be just good. So if you're gonna come to me correct, then I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure you have an experience. Hence why, like with my shows, like the art of music, especially with that, how I do things is like it's very like hands-on, where it's like artist development and incorporated with not just a performance.
Right.
And as much as people can be like, yo, I had actually 2 artists that I had to like, bye, like I have no problems you leaving. One of them was because he's like, oh, you're so strict. Why I gotta submit my music this time frame? I could just go to the event and no, that's not how it works.
Right.
If I'm telling you how to organize yourself, if anything, at this point, you don't want to come at arrival time. You want to come whenever it's your time. You don't want to respect others as well, who's showing up on time, doing what they're being told, as far as being the serious artist. But yet you want to come to me like, oh, every 5 minutes, oh, what time I'm performing. We're not doing that. So a lot of my artists, they already know how I am with that. So they don't even come to me like, yo, V, I already gave you the lineup. There's no switching it. That's it. It's done deal. That's how it is. So if you're gonna come to me correct, understand there's a reason why I'm asking you to come to me correct. Right. Because I'm gonna make sure I'm correct.
Right.
That's it. Point blank. Period. At the end of the day, like it's just, it's just about your work ethics, you know. And I just, again, like I came from nothing. So as an artist who hustled, who struggled, who had to sell the tickets, who had to do this, and I did it. I didn't complain. I did it.
You did it.
At the end of the day, it is what it is. You know, if you don't want to, like I said, I don't take it personal. Like if let's just say hypothetically, you're at a place like, oh, I don't feel like I need to sell tickets.
Right.
Cool. Here's the information. And that's it.
Right.
That's it, yeah.
I don't even take it personal. It's okay.
'cause
If you want to say no,
Yeah.
cool. Because I know other people that will do it.
Right.
And at that, I know a lot of artists that work with me and they get paid off for the shows that I
Every
do.
time.
Yeah,
Like I tell
people
them.
don't be hungry.
No, and I'm not even just that. It's respecting my platform.
Right.
I know what I'm gonna give.
Right.
It's my show. I'm the one that's responsible for the doors open to the doors closed.
Right.
So you're gonna be a part of what I do, and here's the stipulations. You're gonna accept it or you're not.
Right.
And that's with every show, every business, everything that I'm gonna do.
Right.
Because because I know what I want. I know what my vision is, and either gonna contribute to it or not. And I'm not gonna argue with nobody. And you're right 100%. I'm not gonna argue with nobody. I've done it enough times.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna argue with nobody about my vision.
Right.
Absolutely.
And either you're gonna be a part of it and thank you, or you're not gonna be a part of it and thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So we're gonna leave it right there. V, you gotta tell them where to find you at. You gotta tell them where to find you at.
You can find me V Henny, V Henny _ IG. Or you could just check out the website, theartistry.live, and you'll find all the information there. But honestly, just V Henny across all platforms, VEEHENNY, and you'll find all my information all there, like Facebook, Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I don't utilize it as I should, but all
TikTok
that.
is a little cringy for me. I don't know, like I'm not too comfortable
you
yet.
Them, they can have TikTok, okay? Like
Yeah,
that's their
like-
platform. I respect it.
Like
Y'all have that.
I don't know.
It's just not for me.
I ain't get into it yet. Like
I'm not gonna be-
they be like, you not on TikTok? I'll be like, I got one.
I mean, I don't knock it.
I don't knock
But
it,
it's a
but
lot
it's
of
just
work.
not
It
for
is
me.
like I'm not like
That's for somebody else.
Right,
It's not
right,
for
right,
me.
you know.
yeah, not right now. Let me get somebody to do my TikTok.
Right. But shout out to all of you, for both of you guys for having me. Yeah, I'm just V Henny, guys.
V Henny.
I tell everybody, V as a vagina, Henny as a Henny. You dig?
Listen, that's two
That's
things
a
you need
hell
for
of a
good
mix.
night.
You right?
Two things you need for a good night. All right?
Facts.
This is fucking beautiful.
She's mad New York.
This is what I love. This is why
I
we do what
fucking
we
love
do.
it.
It's Making Moguls Monday. I didn't say it at the top of the show, but if you stayed this long, you better subscribe. Hit that notification
Yo.
bell, because every Monday we dropping fucking gems, baby.
And we bringing the gems, like
Bringing the gems.
We bringing the
Facts.
golden diamonds. Like I
telling
ain't never
you.
have golden diamonds
I'm
before.
telling
Yeah,
you,
only
I'm
at
telling you,
Making Moguls.
I'm gonna prove that by the end of the year, a fan that listens to this show is gonna increase their net worth at least 20% and add a new source of income.
That's a fact.
Guaranteed. I'm gonna put that out now. By the end of the year, there's no way you're gonna listen to this platform and not get enough gems that you
That's a fact.
20% increase your net worth and add a new stream of income.
All you gotta do is your part and water the seeds.
Just listen to what we
Water
give
those
and apply it.
seeds.
That's what it is.
Apply it.
So smash that freaking notification bell. Hit subscribe.
Ding.
Follow the Making Moguls. We here on YouTube. We on the road to 1,000. We gonna get this. We gonna get this monetization. We gonna take this to the next level.
It's the
We
beginning.
gonna bring it
That's
all
a
the way
fact.
up. It's your boy. It's the Sir Vajano Alexander, aka
Mm-hmm.
King Cosmic. If you can't find me,
You
ain't
not
looking hard enough.
That's a fact. Woo.
Hold on.
I feel like I'm in the studio. Woo.
So you just gonna understand that. And I got Empress. Empress, let them know.
Yo, what's good? It's your girl Empress, where the energy is tasted and the love is felt every time. And we giving y'all soul food with Mogul soul food. I mean, like, it's not gonna get any better than this. Every Monday, we giving y'all the gems, the jewels, the royalty of just like filling up your garden. What you need to fill up your garden with. Take those weeds out and become a mogul today. Subscribe to us. Like, comment, share. It's only gonna get better. It's the beginning. Happy Monday. Grrr,
I want to shout out before we go, because I know Dom has said that. she
Yo,
missed
Dom.
Yo,
this. Shout out Dom. That's
Yo.
Dom with a Y, not an I.
You feel me?
Shout out, big shout out to Dom, because
What-
Dom, listen,
Yo,
listen, all the moguls would not be here
Yeah, without
Dom, okay?
the seeds
So
planted,
shout out
this
to
hus-
Dom, shout out to New Life, shout out to Loves of Fashion, Dom Life Production,
New Heat
shout out Live
Studios.
Life Radio,
Uh-huh.
that birthed this platform.
Come on.
All of it and more. Okay.
Lord.
The GOAT. Gotta drop
top
it
goat.
out. Tap in, because 2023, the next time y'all see Dom on this show, it's gonna be up, and I'm gonna leave it like that. We out. It's over.
Bow. Happy
Bow,
Monday.
bow. See y'all next
Where
Monday.
you either win with,
before
Hold
I
on.
leave,
yeah.
the 26th
It's-
is local market.
You thought the energy
We
was sick
bringing
now?
this live in person. We got spots for vendors. We got spots for artists. We are bringing it all together at Escape in Brooklyn for all of y'all to have live and in person.
All
okay?
we gonna say
gonna be
is
dope.
you need to be there. You're
every last
you a
Sunday.
leader, you a boss, you a mogul, you need to be there.
That's
You
a
want
fact.
to network, you need to be
You got
there.
a brand and you want to display it, you need
You
to be
need
there.
to be
Tap
there.
in.
So tap in.
Mogul Market, making millions,
That's dope.
planting them seeds now. Don't wait till we up a million to.
Because
to
again,
say-
you're not going. Again, when you send that yo,
It's gonna be like,
facts.
scene. Sorry. Listen, y'all already know. Making moguls. Mogul market is coming up. Y'all thought the energy was sick now? Y'all thought, come.
It's up.
It's up and it's stuck.
Yo,
Happy
facts.
Monday. Bow. New York in the building. You heard?